We have a yield statement in Python. By using the yield statement, now the yield statement is a keyword. By using this specific keyword inside our function, we are able to turn our function into a generator. By turning our function into a generator, we can apply the for loop. After applying the for loop, we will have values displayed in our console one after another. So here we have a function called numbers. Inside the parentheses, we have the n parameter. Then inside our function, we have the for loop. So we have for I in range. And inside the range function's parentheses, we have the n parameter as an argument. Now inside our for loop, we will have the yield statement. Now the yield statement is very similar to the return keyword. It returns the value. But unlike the return keyword, the yield statement is utilized when the function is turned into a generator. So the yield statement will return the I variable, which belongs to the for loop. Now outside our function, we will invoke our numbers function by placing inside the parentheses an integer of 5. So we will invoke our function, then we will apply the for loop to our function. So we have for x in numbers, and then we have the print function, and inside the print function we have the x variable which belongs to the for loop. So what will happen is, since we have invoked our numbers function by placing an integer of 5, here the parameter of n will be given an integer of 5. Then the for loop will run inside our function. So we have for I in range. Inside the range function we have an integer of 5. So 5 will be given to our n variable, n parameter. By doing so, we will loop 5 times. So the range function will generate 5 values from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when the loop is run, each time the I variable will receive the brand new value starting from 0, ending in 4. Then applying the for loop outside this specific function, by applying the yield statement, placing the yield statement inside our function, we have turned our function into a generator. So we can apply the for loop to our function, and since we have placed the print function here and the x variable as an argument has been placed inside the parentheses, we will have value of 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 displayed in our console as a result. So this is how the yield statement is utilized inside the function. Now the type error appears if the yield statement is replaced with the return keyword. So if we are to replace the yield statement with the return keyword, we will have type error displayed in our console with the following message as this specific function is not a generator, so we cannot use the for loop outside the function and apply the for loop on our numbers function. Now 0 will be displayed if we simply invoke our function and remove the for loop. For example, remove the for loop and replace the yield statement with a return. So if we are to replace the yield statement with the return statement and just simply invoke our function without placing here the for loop, we will have 0 displayed in our console as a result. Now the following line of code will be displayed in our console if we remove the for loop. So if we are to remove the specific for loop and just invoke our function the following way. So this is how the yield statement is utilized inside our function. Let me repeat myself again. By using the yield statement, we are able to turn our function into a generator. By turning our function into a generator, we are able to apply the for loop when we invoke our function. By doing so, we will be able to generate values, and each value will be displayed in our console one after another.